Salute, salute, salute. This is Black Swan, and it is almost 11:30, July 21st, 2024. Okay, I'm back on the psychiatrist couch again. And here we go. I was just over watching Say No to Skull. Shout out to Skull Gang. And we were talking, or I was listening and chatting about the Kamala Harris candidacy and Joe Biden dropping out the race and Donald Trump and the poll Skull had up was if Kamala was going to win the election, and the last time I saw it, it was the majority no. Well, as he opened up the chat, Skull opened up the chat, and several people came up, and their points were good. Some were over the top. Some just wasn't hitting. And this one gentleman talked about reparations. If we all as a collective sucked in wind and held our breath and said, keep holding it until you get reparations, the black race, the black American race would be dead in their grave. We will never get reparations. LBJ, Lyndon Johnson, president, made the comment, welfare was black people's reparations. The more I got to listening to the different people, it irritated me. Because years and years ago, during an election, they were doing I think it was one of the Bushes. They were doing the dog whistle keywords, welfare queen, handout, things like that. Someone mentioned the immigration situation. Now, personally, the United States should be just like all the other countries. I can't go to Canada unless I'm bringing something to the table. What can I bring to the table if I want to move to Canada? I'd rather be able to be gainfully employed or have a hell of a 401k, something that I can contribute to the economy, not take away from it. That is the same with Britain. That is the same with the Netherlands. That is the same with Sweden. That is the same everywhere else except the United States. The one thing I can truly say is the immigrants that are coming from El Salvador, Nicaragua, Panama, when they come here, they take the dingiest jobs, the jobs nobody wants. Working at McDonald's, janitorial work, outside in the heat, doing road construction. Anything that's going to get them dirty, they will do it. Exterminators, lawn care. And you can't get a black man or woman to do it. They want that fast money, so they'll rather sell drugs than make an honest living being a laborer. On top of that, these same immigrants will band together, and while they're working, they are developing something else, a restaurant, getting a mom and pop store, like a little bodega. Where I live, it would be in a strip mall, so it'd be like a little mom and pop shop. They're doing, they're building something with their money. They're pooling their monies together. And they may have a 4-bedroom house, and it may be 3 families in there, but they all gonna combine each other. They're gonna stick with each other, and somebody's gonna watch kids, and somebody's gonna go to work, and then they're gonna trade off, and they make it work. You can't get 3 Black people, 3 Black families to do nothing together. Nothing. Soon as there is a profit, somebody is going to scream, I want my cut now, instead of putting it back into whatever business or investment they're doing. They want their cut now. But here we are. This man is screaming about reparations. And I'm thinking to myself, we'll never get reparations. That's there. Reparations ever. No matter what presidential candidate says they're going to help us do it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So, what do? Do we be like the woman that was on Instagram on Sco's show talking about she had 7 babies, 7 baby daddies, started having babies at 14, and the oldest is 19, and she get $3,000 in food stamps every month? We gonna be like her? What's she doing? How's she contributing? Don't get me wrong. I've been there. I've been there. Being a young mother, my ex ran off, went back to his country, left me and his daughter. I was a student. I was working minimum wage as a laborer. My daughter was born. I had to figure out what I was going to do because my minimum wage job wouldn't even pay for daycare just for me to go to work. The state in which I lived in at the time had a program. We'll let you have all the benefits, state benefits, Medicaid, TANF, food stamps, housing. We'll let you have all of that. All we ask is you take your butt to school. You got 2 years to get yourself together and get a job. And you know what I did? I did just that. I got on welfare and I continued to go to school, take care of my daughter, went to nursing school, got my LPN, finished nursing school with my RN, got my license, and that was 32 years ago. I didn't sit on the system and milk the system. I used the system for what it was for, help. I see our brothers and sisters that sit around, will not take a job for nothing, won't take the shittiest job for nothing. If it don't make them $20, $30 an hour, actually $20 is now too light. You can't live on $20 an hour. The fuck? Okay. Then do something with your life. I see where I live, the men that are repaving, they're out in this 100-degree heat with 100% humidity. And you know what they're doing? They're paving the roads. They're fixing the infrastructure where I live. You want to know something? Most of them are Hispanic. Don't speak no English at all. I go to the local McDonald's, Hispanic, working. Taco Bell, Hispanic. Burger King, Hispanic. Is that a bad thing? No, they're working. They're bringing something to the table. I may not have anything when I got here, but damn it, I'll do whatever I have to help contribute. Whether it is 2 or 3 jobs or whatever. I don't see my people doing that, and it irritates me. It literally makes my ass itch. If you don't want to work for the man, get your own, develop your own business. Get you a trade. Become a welder, plumber, general contractor, truck driver. Start there. Build from there. Invest your own money into your own business. Instead of having your hand out waiting on reparations. That's never going to come. Another thing, we have the illusion, first of all, freedom, that's an illusion. Freedom is a lie. Like I have said before, we are chained to something, whether it be a job, welfare, incarceration, mental illness, disability. There's a lot. We are chained to something. Freedom is an illusion. You have to make do with what you have. Work for what you need. Work for your families. Would I love to make a 6-figure salary? Of course. But I'm ready to retire. And my children are just about grown. So and I live for my children and my grandchildren. So now my job has shifted to helping my grandbabies and my younger children make it. Because my older children are doing the damn thing. We look to these presidents. And I'll say this, that's a fucking illusion too. We're doing all this screaming and hollering about who's going to make the better president, behind the scenes, they've been handpicked. We can go to the ballot box every day and vote for who we want to, and it could be an overwhelming majority. The person who's handpicked is going to win. Enough said. As for black people, for people, I won't even say black people of color, people who are middle class, working class, poor, homeless, vote local. Vote for your city government. What can they do for you? If you're homeless and you live in a specific town or city, what can they do for you to help you? Not give you something, to help you. You got to work, and you got to work hard. So in your city government, what can they do for you? If you're black, what can they do for you? What can they do for you with the police system? What can they do for you with the housing situation? What can they do for you for jobs in the city? County government, the same. State government, the same. Your governor. What can your governor do? What they going to do for you? How they going to help you? If you want to build a business, what are they going to do? How they going to help you? How are they going to help you? And then federal. Those state, city, county legislatures impacts you the most. You live in that area. You live in that state. What are they going to do for you as a black person? Are they going to help you build a business? Are they going to help you become first time, second time homeowners? Are they going to help lower your taxes? Are they going to help put your kids through school? These are the things that we should be fighting for and voting for. That's where your power lies, in the state, city, and county governments. When it goes federal, most of them are handpicked. For the representative, the House, and the Senate, yeah, the states can make their votes and make that happen. But when it comes to the president, he's handpicked, and no matter how much you want to vote and how much of the popular vote that a candidate gets, if they're not the right one or the handpicked one, it won't matter. Also, we need to get involved. We need to get involved. We need to learn how to become part of the electoral college. What does it take to become part of the electoral college? What does it take to become part of the school board or the city commission or being an alderman or a commissioner, county clerk? What does it take? Once we as a people start seeing that we have to hit from the ground and move up to get the results that we need and want, that's when change will be seen and change will happen for our communities. And that does go along with the social economic statuses. Because, to be quite honest, although Black people do have it hard, it's just as hard for those who don't make elite money. They are middle class, they're struggling just as bad as any Black person is. And a lot of it has nothing to do with them. It's our own fault. Learn how to save money instead of spend it. Learn how to invest money. Learn how to be thrifty and not be a baller. That's just my PSA public service announcement. This is something that's been on my mind for years and years and years. And I have been called bougie. I have been called Oreo. I have been called a number of things because I have a different way of thinking. But seriously, folks, if you want real change to happen in your community, you're going to have to start with the city, the county, the state, before you even think federal. Because by the time it gets to the federal, if you haven't done anything to impact the state, your local government, where you live, whatever happens federally won't matter at all. Okay, folks, I'm going to try and get me some sleep. You guys have a good night. Have a great week. And this is Black Swan. I'm out.